Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, team. Here we are back at it again for your Friday. Hooray! You've made it this far again, and it sounds like we had a really good day yesterday. I mean, I see the chat lighting up today. This might be the most active I've ever, seen it while we're doing all the back end stuff, getting ready for this show today. But totally crushed it. Crushed the WNBA again, Ramon. I mean, we had the Mercury and we had the under on that one, just smoking the NBA. So make sure you get in on that. I mean, you can't have all of your fun in baseball. Plus, Ramon gave out the BC Lions. It looks like they might have put up a 50 spot. So they definitely.
Way around, Mindy. Appreciate it.
Dude, I thought you had the BC Lions. My fault, Ramon. But yeah, anyway, minus that one, we did really good. Late night for me. I went and saw Hamilton and Lincoln. I had a good time.
Yeah.
Well worth it. I really enjoyed it. My cousin kind of pushed me to go, and I'm glad I did. So another early morning. But yeah, I think we're ready to go again. I think we had the 5-0 sweep on the day. That's 7 in a row for Major League Baseball for us.
Okay.
So yeah, we need your help again today, chat. Give us your picks. We're gonna get it done here today.
I don't know where to begin with the chat right now, Mindy. They're just having a great time, and they're already on a Friday. Everybody's excited for the weekend, and I'm excited too for another show because we're on a roll. Hottest cappers on the site, you and I, over the last 7 days with 36 and 20 here on the show over the last 7 days. Well, 34 and 20. Don't forget we have Tuesday, we have Tuesdays, and we put our picks up and. That's included in our record. So hopefully you're on board with us on Tuesdays. Hello to everyone. Welcome to the Morning Steam with the Midwest Premier Sports Handicapper, Mindy Hahne. I'm Ramon Scott in Las Vegas. And we are your first look at the day's betting card on YouTube. The first look at winners is the way it feels like with that record yesterday. We'll go over to tonyspicks.com in just a moment and take a look at that. Had a little issue here. I was probably too late. I missed my cue on one of the feeds. That's okay. We're on YouTube and Twitter. So hello to everyone. Say hello, Mindy, to the folks. What are they talking? I can't wait to see what they're talking about.
I know. There's tons of stuff going on. Like tons of stuff.
The more we talk, the longer it takes to get started. Hi, Jimmy. Hello. And Martin. Hello. Awesome to have you join us saying hello. That sounds like Martin watches. Can't always make it. Ron, crushing. Loves baseball. Wish it was 12 months long. But we had a football game last night. That was nice to see. The lights went out, Mindy, in the football game.
Oh, did it? Okay.
The delay.
I'm trying to see where Jimmy's from. Is that? It looks like some Iowa gear, some Steelers. What is it? Okay. What is it?
Yeah, I do see a lot of black. I see a lot of black and gold there. Takia, Blake, hello. So the lights went out, caused a delay in the proceedings. I was fond of the inductees going in because of, for me and my generation, Air Coryell was a big deal in my youth. And Don Coryell should have been inducted when he was still alive. He revolutionized the passing game. Really, was at the forefront in the mid to late 70s of the modern passing game. And, he brought it from San Diego State into the NFL. So with the Chargers for so long. So Thomas Lewis, hello. R. Thompson. But so what happened, so one thing I've noticed, and this happens a lot. Jared, hello. I do, Jared. I like Sweden in that game. I think I've already made that somewhat clear here a little bit. And Mindy, what happens here? Yeah, every first time I ever saw a Cubs game on TV in the afternoon on television, my life was changed forever. So what happens, Mindy, a lot of times, and I don't know if it was the thing, but I've noticed this. Uh, Whenever it's the first game of a season, whether it be at your local rec league or a high school or a professional team or a soccer match, but whenever it's the first game of the season, or in this case preseason, but just the first time the facility, the lights are going to go out a lot of times because no one's thinking people who run the facilities have the lights usually on like auto timer, right? And so the lights are always going to go out like at 8:30 or 9,
Oh
9
goodness,
local
yeah,
time
I
or
didn't think
whatever,
about that.
because
Yeah, right.
yeah, that's what I now admit that might not have been the excuse for last night, but I just know from my history of going to sporting events, this basically comes from going to um, high school football games and um, regional event like playing rec softball. When the time change comes, it always goes off like an hour early, or
Right.
the lights don't come on until like you have to call the guy after the time change. Uh, so but it was a okay game. But yeah, Dorian Thompson Robinson, we kind of highlighted him in our talk yesterday, and I had a premium winner. I went with the premium in the first preseason game of the season, and
Nice.
had Cleveland not gave out the under on the air and no chance. But and to be let's clear the air. I did have Winnipeg, or no, I had
I'm
BC.
sorry.
I had BC. Winnipeg smashes them. Winnipeg, are they back? Is this,
Oh,
is
I
that
thought
two best
the
teams?
Bombers
I
won.
think,
I
yeah,
thought, okay,
Winnipeg
my
puts
fault.
up the 50 spot. Look, Winnipeg's been the best team over the last, out of the pandemic. Let's just say they've been good for that long, and they didn't win it all last year. Toronto was a big surprise a little bit, although Toronto's pretty good and they'll play tonight. But Winnipeg, maybe they put some distance between themselves. BC was out there without their top quarterback, so I should have been more um, into. I mean, I knew it, I mentioned it, but still didn't. Maybe probably should have uh, put a little more emphasis on that. Hello to Fernando, Andrew, and Rosalilio Jameson. Hello. And soccer tonight. Tonight. Let's see who else is here.
That's funny because I just put the BC and the Blue Bombers together. I totally messed up the teams.
Oh, BC Lions, Winnipeg Blue
BC
Bombers.
Lions. I see the W now by the Blue Bombers. I was like, ooh, BC Blue Bombers. See, I just thought
We'll get you.
just absent-minded sometimes,
We'll get you
Ramon.
into this. We'll get you into this. I mean, we made a big deal about football's
Ah,
back, and everyone's got excited. And yeah, it was worth watching to see a football game even without any of the starters. We got to hear from Rodgers. We got to see, we got to see Wilson. He looked pretty good. Maybe he'll be behind Rodgers here. Maybe Wilson will develop into that
that's
quarterback that he's
true.
supposed to
Maybe he
be.
just didn't get the time, right?
And maybe we'll see. Hello, Rim Most. Awesome to see you today. And who else? Luis is here. Everyone was on the Jets. Fernando said, "Yep, they took the money. We took the Browns." I don't know. Saw some cashing. People talking about Jets first half, Browns second half. That'd been a nice bet. Some people hit that. Leroy 407. Hello.
Good morning. Houston, we have a problem.
Good night, Munchie. Well, hello and welcome. Look at their little pup.
I know. It looks like I have one of those.
Hello, doggo. Okay, we made it through. It looks like most of the comments here. Lotto Snob, hello. Perky's ready for that day game. They're already got all their picks in.
Ramon, I'm sure you didn't miss Perky, right?
What did Perky say now?
You said, Ramon, please say hi to me.
Oh, hello to Perky today. Look, the thing about Perky, he's on all the shows. He has a lot of difficulties with his family, and it all relates to, the sports betting. Maybe that's why I don't have a family. Maybe it's why it's just me. Hopefully, Mindy His family will adopt me.
Of course, already have. It's done.
Mindy Perky Sanderson. We talked about Perky from Ocean Beach. I mean, Perky Sanderson is a name that that just reeks of Ocean Beach. I mean, that's what people. That's the name of the people's names in Ocean Beach.
Yeah, I just like that they're perky. Are you feeling perky today?
Tucker Boy is here. Jared, ready? Okay, I think we said hello. Everyone's chatting with each other. So we'll just go over to Tony'sPicks.com and let you guys talk right now, and we'll just show the records. It wasn't just us, Mindy. Might have been, I don't want to say it was easy pickings. Did have some other handicappers with some pretty good success yesterday on Tony'sPicks.com. Let's take a look. Pravi had a huge day. I know that. All right. Probably up there 9-1-1.
Geez, I guess 9-1-1 sounds like Ron's day.
For Pravi there. There's our 5-0 picks yesterday. Good job, Ben Ruhala. 4-2 plus 327. I was undefeated as well yesterday, including the Browns.
Right. There you go.
Fernando. So I was on them with you. Nick 4-1. The Knicks were 4-1. Tony T was 3-1 yesterday as well, as he continues his strong run here late in the season. Tony had winners yesterday. He had the Dodgers on the run line yesterday. Good pick from Tony. And let's see who else. Hollywood Sam 2-1, Aniket Sharma 1-0, Daniel Walasachuk 1-0, and Joseph Schultz 2-1, Collins Brown 3-2, Tiffany Mance 2-1. So you see there, Mindy, a lot of profitable cappers. Yep. Over the last 7 days, take a look, Mindy. We're 36-20. Look at Ben. He's one game over 500. He's up 9 units.
That is crazy.
Took us 56 games just to be up 12, but we are up big time here over the last 7 days. Hopefully everyone's, no wonder they're in a good mood. Could we have a hot viewership today here or this weekend if we keep this up? Hollywood Sam up there, Collins Brown, Sean Dinwiddie. Over the last 30 days, Nick Martini's up a nickel. He leads the handicapper leaderboard there. Joseph Schultz is up 371. Tim Irwin, and there's our morning steam team also up for the last month, and we're the top handicappers on the site, Mindy, you and I here for the year. Our little show, the mastermind of our bosses here, if you will, on the site, and we jumped at the opportunity, and we're not going anywhere at this point. So thanks a lot, everybody. Make sure you use the promo code Tony T at checkout. We'll save 20% on all premium pick packages. What we have, Mindy, is all baseball. The 14 games of baseball. Not all the teams are in. I was going to say everybody's in action, but 2 teams are not, and then 4 in the WNBA. So, all right, let's see if we got a few more coming in, and then
I think we did. We had a couple more.
Okay, great. That's what I like to see. Oh yes, it was Theo. Hello to Theo. Good to have you today stopping in. And Frankie. Yep, I see it. Frankie as well. All right, that might be Renoir says hello.
Scott showed he's putting the dagger in the Braves.
We'll see, because that's the first game. I mean, it's a day game. Omar. Oh gosh, I want to know, Mindy, what is the you got this logo of the team?
I don't know if it looks like
is that a? Oh, is it? It's not a.
It's like a little guy that looks like he's doing this, but I can't really tell like what the hand gesture is.
All right.
Something like
Prince
that.
Moore, hello, nice to have you. Might be our first time meeting, Prince.
No, he's been here before.
Okay, great. Hello, Bionic. And Matt, okay, we'll do it, Ron. Max, good performance. No
Yeah, I
doubt.
thought it was going to go maybe the wrong way there when he first started, giving up 3 in the first inning.
Yeah, yeah. I think we saw. Look, some of these pitching situations, some of these moves are looking. Hey, sometimes a change of scenery as well. So, Charles here today. Yeah, I know we gave out Milwaukee. We're not downplaying what happened there, but man, Pittsburgh. That's just a bad series when they go up against that team.
The Hausa.
Mindy, the Brewers are something. I want to say it's like they've won maybe 30 of the last 40 games almost at home against Pittsburgh when those two teams are playing. So, no, Thomas, no. Did we talk about that? Does Thomas know what's going on with me and the Arby's fish?
I don't think so. Why? What happened with Arby's fish?
Okay, so I mean, I went to
better. I mean, I thought I might want to try it.
Don't. Okay, I don't know. I don't want to. I mean, I like Arby's, so I want to get some. And I saw the fish, and I got a little pack of fish, and it just wasn't. I don't know. It was not great. I did not like the. So maybe everybody else can have a better experience, but I'm not going to do that again.
With KFC nuggets, right? Like I think I must have just got a really bad batch that were all dried out. Maybe the time I went, but everyone else says, "Oh, I love the KFC," nuggets.
And let's see, Theo on the NFL games. We get started a little later in the week in NFL. I think usually when the Thursdays usually right when I think we go Wednesday we might or no Thursday we preview that game.
Yeah,
no,
it's like Thursday. I think Thursday we usually did like the early games, I believe, and then we did the late games on Sunday morning itself.
Okay. And who knows what way we'll do it this year. Emmanuel Mbatu here. And no, Jared, but so I didn't finish it, and then I just went to bed, and it just was not great. I was not
great.
Only get the roast beef.
You enjoy the fish fries, I know.
Yeah. Okay, Clyde Buckley as well. That Angel game, your Angels last night. We'll talk. Maybe we wait on that because they play again today. But they really just the way it went down with Ohtani. I even wrote it in my write-up. I earned a push somehow on that game, Mindy, on the total going over. But I said right in my write-up, subscribers, you can maybe anybody subscribes to me in the chat, they can back me up on this. I said, look, Ohtani is not. He's just not getting deep because of this injury and the cramps. I mentioned the cramps as well, and so there's got to be a little bit of an because this is a third straight game. I think it's happened. So look, it's going to continue to happen. The Angels, obviously, that was such an important game last night. You almost felt like that was the season to a certain extent for them. You got chase these teams down. All right, let's get started. But you know what I mean.
Sure.
All right, Ram, we won't have Arby's. I love our Arby's. My go-to. I love, I
like Arby's. Obviously, just not the fish.
Yeah. When I get an Arby's, I like beef and cheddar pretty much. I don't give me the red sauce. Just give me and put some bacon on there. All right, you guys, let's start it off. Here we go. Ohtani, I think he is profitable, but maybe, I know what maybe you're saying, hey, it was always overpriced. Omar, I just was saying, write-ups are for the premium subscribers. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you what I wrote up in those write-ups for the subscribers to the premium picks, where I went 3-0 yesterday. So that's what I did too, JD. I got lucky there with that push. Panger Life, here we go. All right. And Mindy, let's get started on that day game.
Here we go.
We got 90, so we can start. Feel good because of our record right now and everything that's going on. Okay. Oh, wrong banner here. Max Fried. he is coming back. Mindy's only had 5 starts this season. We've talked about what the Braves. Uh, I'm never going to say woes just because they're had some pitching issues and had to move some guys around and but I don't know. Maybe there'll be some limitations on Max Fried, but I don't think he'd be coming back if he wasn't ready. He was on the 60-day injured list. He was out for 90 days. So it was a forearm strain, I think, or forearm, something. I don't think it was any elbowish, things. So Max here on the road, big favorite, of course. But the Cubs here with Hendricks, they certainly have a good pitcher to counter against Fried. I'm showing Atlanta probably a $1.60, 8.5 over 20.
Yeah, I mean, lots of chat here in the chat room
Everybody's
regarding
already made their pick.
right. Now everyone's giving their pick for sure. But yeah, I think the Braves take this one today. I'm kind of with Ron. I almost think the Braves probably take it on the run line here today. Excuse me, with Fried. He's pretty good, right? He's one that's the Cy Young caliber talent here. I know he goes up against this red hot Cubs team via the bats, but they come up against these pitchers here for the Braves that are no joke. I think this one here, it goes, I don't think it matters if Fried goes deep or not. I think this bullpen for the Braves is good enough to get it done here. I really do like the Braves. I'm just going to take them on the money line here. But again, I wouldn't feel bad about playing them on the run line. But I don't think minus 160 is terrible for the Braves.
I don't either necessarily in this situation, but the Cubs are just playing so well right now. We know that. The best streak of the year, certainly right now, with 11 wins in their last 13 games. You have one of the most, one of their most solid pitchers, certainly, in Hendricks. I still like Hendricks. I'm not ready to put him out to pasture yet. See what the chat, man. You guys are all over this game and the great big day game here, no doubt about it. Ron's on the Braves.
Shocker.
Braves money line. Blake.
Yeah, I think Hendricks has just kind of been okay for me. He has a 13% K rate versus the Braves. Fried has a 21% K rate versus the Cubs. I mean, I just think it's going to be interesting how it plays out just because I know the Cubs have been really hot. But I think if you take the Reds starting pitchers versus the Braves starting pitchers, I think that's kind of a no-brainer there.
Leroy run line over Scotch Lock, by the way, Cubs, and not necessarily saying I think for Scotch on his team's bandwagon here. I mean, it's obviously easy to be swayed a little bit, but nobody's saying that Scotch isn't just backing them because they're playing so well.
Right.
Maybe free. Look. Braves are a tough out for the Cubs. There's just no doubt about it over the year. Well, no doubt about it over the year. Ron likes the over here with these two. That does surprise me. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Fried, if they're talking pitch count or whatnot. Like I said, it seems like he could come in and be ready. They're not going to rush a situation like that. If the guy's been out 3 months, he's going to be ready to get out there. Braves run line. It's a little bit of back and forth here with the chat, Mindy. I think they're leaning Braves over. Gosh, really? I mean, I
like the under as well.
I like Fried. I like Hendricks. So maybe we should look at the wind. Oh gosh, the wind is blowing in at pretty brisk today, actually. 14 miles an hour. 12 miles, it's just going to gradually get a little stronger, and it's blowing in from left field. So that's more significant. That's the most significant win we've had on this homestand. I think Scotch can back me up on that. Jacoby, Braves run line. And I'll take the under is what I'll do, Mindy, since you kind of hinted
Yep,
there. And
I like it.
I think it's a good price on the Braves. I'm just a little worried about this.
Hot bat.
Well, the Cubs playing so well. They got all those runs, obviously, against the Reds. Hey, Randall Sheffield, hello.
Good morning.
Jamal Jones on the Braves, Jared Cubs, Leroy Cubs, uh, Perky here. So we're all over the place in this one. Numbers gang is here. Martin Solano made a play. Looks like everyone's ready for this game.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Braves and under for Gregory. Theo Cubs run line. Perky on a team total over. I think we've got them all in here. Yeah, Gregory, good point. This total, well, look, it's blowing in right. I don't know. I think it's there doesn't seem to be any movement on the under yet, but I'm showing the Mirage up to $1.65. So maybe even a little bit more coming in here on the Braves. But all right, let's take just two plays here. Let's do it that way. Mindy will take the Braves. I will take the under. And we're underway.
All right.
Bionic said Cubs. And Ron said, you heard Mindy Braves 1.5. I think she was saying, I don't mind the run line. She prefers the money line. Oh, I think she's saying he's talking about a challenge with you. I think so maybe some coffee will be on the line. All right. Good job, you guys. We're underway in the baseball today. And that's going to be a good one. That'll keep everybody interested. Not just another Friday Cubs game in.
Yeah, I think this one is going to be a must-watch here this afternoon. Folks are going home from work early.
Yeah. Well, and the Cubs still have their work cut out for them, but all the confidence in the world right now, at least, look, they've got still got a little bit of fighting, a lot of fighting to do. These teams are going here. Let's just keep talking about these teams, because now the Reds are at home against the Nationals with Ashcraft going. These starters don't have great numbers, certainly, but Ashcraft still going to be a big favorite here against the Nats, certainly. It's at $1.90, but I'm showing it going down now, maybe even to $1.80, $1.75. Might be like the auctioneers. Mindy, you were at Hamilton, and the other sports is on. I don't know if anybody watched the Ocho yesterday on ESPN2, where they showed all the crazy sports, 24 hours of crazy sports. And it looks like the old days of ESPN before they had pro sports and college sports. And one of the events was the Wisconsin Auctioneers Championship, where they just had the best guys.
Thing, huh?
Here's the Reds, $1.99, $1.75, $1.75.
Well, I kind of feel like in honor of Hamilton, I got to go with the Washington Nationals today, right? That's what I'm going to do. I kind of feel like it's I kind of feel like maybe I shouldn't do it. How about that? But my numbers here have the Nationals today. I'll take them on the run line. I know Corbin hasn't been great. I think it might be a pretty good spot for him. I think you're catching the Reds at a time. They just got swept by the Cubs pretty bad. I think it's just this little bit of spot here. The Nationals here still putting up 4.58 runs per game. The Reds are allowing the 5.3 runs per game here right now. Nationals also have the way better bullpen, 3.77 ERA to 4.63. I'm going to go ahead and take the Nationals here on the run line.
Yeah, the little concern about for me with the Reds here, actually, was seeing what happened there in that Cubs with all those runs is certainly of concern right now. See what's up with the chat in this one. I would know that the Reds are in a fight. And we have, Lex Steele, hello.
Good morning.
Ron, first 5 on the Reds, and here's Prince Moore. Says Reds running line, JD on the under, solo.
Scotch.
Nats here, money line.
Yeah, money line's like 170 or so. Big plus money.
Which is Mindy? Say it again.
Oh, I said he likes the Nats money line. I said that's big plus money.
Oh
like
yeah. Well, it looks like the move is actually a little bit on the Nats here. Maybe the Reds back at home will start to feel it a little bit. Scotch likes Washington on the run line. I'm gonna take it with you. I don't mind Corbin.
Good.
Give me some. Look. Surprised he's still on Washington. Actually, I don't know his contract situation. I don't know, but to me, he'd be the type of pitcher. Like his numbers aren't great, but maybe if he still competes out there. Look, everybody makes fun of this guy. You certainly could do worse than some of these pitchers they're throwing out there on some of the contending teams that could use a good veteran like that. But nonetheless, he's still there. Renoir.
Flaherty.
Guys like, well, I thought that was a pretty good. I thought that was a pretty good move actually, and I thought that's a blue. Look, you had the under in that game yesterday with Flaherty and Gosman, Mindy. I know you talked about the Blue Jays on the show, and I kind of balked at that a little bit, but Flaherty, I think they're going to benefit there. Orioles. Here's under from Bionic. Charles maybe going over, though. Wow, was it that bad for Ashcraft there? I think he likes the under. That's the way I was thinking, though. I feel like an under. It's hard to go under in Cincinnati games, but it is at 10.5 here. All right, Lex, good job. Jacoby, over. No way, no agreement here on the chat with the total. No chance. Nats money line for Tucker. Jimmy looks like he likes the Nats and the under. So let's take the Nats, Mindy. Look, they're not great, but the Reds, I'm a little concerned for the Reds moving forward here. As I said yesterday.
You said that at the beginning of that Cubs game. I didn't quite, Cubs series. I didn't quite believe it, but kind of looking that way.
Yeah, right. The Reds got that right. Reds started off good. Ashcraft has been much better of late. Just to, I see you guys making fun of him. He has a 2.08 ERA in his last 3 starts, won 2 of those games. So, yeah, they gave up 41 runs in those 3 losses after that first win. So Corbin has a 6.75 ERA in his last 3 starts. But the Nats are 8-8 in his starts, which, that's just 500. But considering his numbers, seems like he gets some run support. So against Ashcraft, who obviously not comfortable in the small park, we'll take the Nats. Feels like there'll be some volatility in this one.
Right.
The Rays are at the Tigers with Zach Littell going up against Reese Olson. Is it Reese Olson? What's his name? Olson for the Tigers. The Rays here on the road.
It's Reese Olson.
$1.40, and the total here is 9.
Yeah. So Reese Olson, he's been decent. I don't know too much about Zach Littell, but he is a reliever, usually only pitches a couple innings here. So it's going to be interesting to see how this bullpen game plays out here for the Rays. They do have a 4.49 ERA in that bullpen. The Tigers 4.89. I think I'll probably just go ahead and stick with the Rays and the Bats, even though, I kind of give the Tigers a little bit of a chance here in this one, but I think it's just going to be too much for them here today. I will take the Rays on the money line here.
So in the last couple of minutes, there's been some take here, I believe, on the Tigers, I'm showing this one now, has kind of gone down. Maybe it is creating some value for us, actually. Looking at the line across the board with Tampa Bay, I'm showing even some 135s out there here at this point. So
135.
I'm starting to like the value here a little bit on the Rays on the road, right? Seems like they fare pretty well against teams that they can beat and run into difficulty against some good teams. What you might expect from the way they are set up. So Olson has a 6.06 ERA in his last 3 starts. Detroit's lost 8 of their last 12. Tampa Bay a little bit of momentum now, having won 4 of their last 6 games. Littell a 3.65 ERA in his last 4 starts. So let's get the chat plays going here. But Mindy and I think feel safe on the Rays with the laying money on the road here. the chocolatiers here. And I think Ron is saying Rays run line. Jared's gonna say take the Tigers with that home money. So I don't know. I think the Rays are in a situation where they know they got to win the games they're supposed to win.
Right.
Theo on the over. Charles, I'm not going to call you crazy. I think Mindy said it too. I think what's helping me get there now is the fact there is a move. I think it's a sharp move. I think the Sharps may actually. I don't know. I feel. I want to say they're going to be on the Tigers with this line move, but I don't know. Rays are going to rock Olson. Tampa Bay here for Thomas. Tucker boy, Tampa Bay and under. Charles says they should be a $2 favorite here in this one. Butterscotch, Tampa Bay, Jacoby, Tampa Bay. We're on Tampa Bay. I think it's pretty consensus-y. Yeah, Solo said it. Mindy. We got 2 on the Tigers, and I'm going to respect what they think here. I think the line is moving towards maybe the appropriate line. Because I saw as high as a raise of what? I saw as high as $1.50, but that wasn't that comfortable. $1.35, $1.40, moving down here. So Renoir, I don't know if he's talking about this game. I mean, certainly the total's 9. Maybe he's talking about buying, or maybe he's talking about another game. But okay, Big Balla. Yes, thank you. It's been a good week, and we're going to keep it up right here through the weekend.
That's right. We're ready.
And we got 2 plays so far, Mindy. Mindy. How? I mean, the golden opportunity has just slipped away from you. You could have been on them again.
I could have. Who would have thought that they were going to just come out here and sweep it and just crush it? Who knew?
The hottest team in the major leagues. 6-game winning streak. They got to go on the road. They've got to go on the road with Jordan Lyles. Here's another guy. I mean, I know 6 ERA. I know. Everything about Joe. He's been one of the biggest talking points on all these gambling shows. That's the type of pitchers I would take a chance. Because you can get him for cheap. You're going to get plenty of innings. These contenders are not all that deep. Some of them are, but some of them aren't. I'm not saying you go out and trade for Jordan Lyles. Your fans might laugh you right out of the park. But. Anyways, it does look a little bit ridiculous with Aaron Nola. I mean, he's a 240 favorite here. I get it. The Phillies are still doing pretty well. And, I guess they deserve to be 240, but go Royals.
Yeah, I really didn't believe it. I thought they were going to have a little bit more trouble yesterday. Singer hasn't necessarily been great, but he was pretty darn good yesterday. Went almost 8 or 9 innings, or 7 or 8 innings, I believe, when I saw it last. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and jump back on the Royals today on the run line. The Phillies came off, I think, a grueling series. I think it kind of wore that team down a bit. And again, now you have a Royals team that's coming into this one with nothing to lose. They're the ones that are out there, getting it done, even though they're still sitting at, I don't know, 29th in runs scored per game. But I still think they can get it done here today. Lyles, we talked about it. He does have that bad road ERA. But it's not like Nola's been really shutting anyone down. 4.43 ERA, but he does give up this 7.47 slugging percentage against this Royals team historically. So I think that right there, that slugging percentage is going to keep the Royals in this game, especially if he averages 2.2 walks per game. Get the Royals on. Royals get a little bit lucky. I think they can keep it close.
Yeah, to me, the price is, I think, overpriced Phillies, but the metrics of the matchup don't add up to me for the Royals. It does not seem like a good matchup against Nola if he's even on his.
Worst day.
Yeah, I mean, at what right? I mean, right now, you've got to consider Nola just an average starter in this league, given the numbers. I mean, a 4.5 ERA. You mentioned his struggles of late, and 7.31 in his last three starts. It's been Lyles who has the 6 ERA this season, but just a 3.86 ERA in his last four starts. So, we know they're 2-18 against with Lyles pitching, so it just feels too high. I'm not going to get on the Royals with you. The Phillies know they need to win. Kansas City back on the road now, so I'm going to be on the under here with these two teams here. Under for me for sure. At 9.5, I would have been in on a premium. At 9, maybe a marginal premium. I don't want the Royals. I'm going to give out the under here as my play. Phillies have gone under in 5 of their last 6 at home. And here we go. We've got, hey, Sean Money, good to see you. He's asking about the two. I think we do them real. Tampa Bay was one of them, and Nationals run line, Sean. Thank you for asking. We'll cover them all here in a minute. We'll do that for Sean. He's a good visitor of ours. Kansas City's been on fire, and Royals here for Big Baller. Ron says Phillies first 5. Charles Sharp on the Phillies. Well, that's what, like I said, you want guys. It's kind of like playing the market. It's kind of like hanging out with Thomas Lewis and betting on Tupperware, right? You want to find guys that are undervalued pitchers that you can get away with, giving up very little for something that could help you. So not saying, trade for Jordan Lyles and put him on a contender. I'm just saying pitchers like that where the numbers are gaudy, yet as the season gets stronger, their numbers are getting better. Looks like a lot of Royals support here. And maybe, what was the score, though? I think because you said
9-2 for the Royals.
Yeah, that's what. You said
I like the over.
Well, because I had the under. See, that was the thing, and I liked Singer in the game. I mentioned it again yesterday. I like him, and it's hard to admit when I like some of these pitchers with bad numbers. But again, I'm playing my computer's algorithm here that will say, good spot. This lineup's missing this and whatever. But all right. What is Big Baller? I hit a 5 and 6. I'm so happy to post it 9 in your show as well. Did you post it here? Because don't forget the Discord. Maybe we can pop that in there because if you can post your tickets there for us if you want. Jared likes a high scoring game here. I'm going under. And yeah, I don't know, Butterscotch. I mean, he's still 2-18. Right. Not laying 2 for Jamal and the Phillies, right? Nobody wants to lay the Phillies. I think that is a credit to the betting sophistication of our chat that so many of them are considering the Royals here, Mindy, even on the run line because of this huge price. And I think any Joe Square, who is not in our chat today, would look at Philly, Nola, Royals, but all these other factors. I mean, Nola not going well. All right, Jeremy, Phillies and under. Okay, Mindy on the Royals run line. Go Royals, why not? I'm not going to be, putting any money on the
Secretly
Phillies, I
rooting for
don't
the
think.
Royals. Secretly.
All right. And I'm on the under. Here we go with the Mets and the Orioles. Well, okay. These guys will be going at it in this a rematch of the 1969 68, 69 World Series. I want to say 1969 World Series. Orioles here favored $1.65 and the total 9/20. Oh, I don't have the Orioles. Dean Kramer, Mr. Moneybags. They don't get much better than Dean Kramer if you're a better. I mean, Dean Kramer is hugely profitable this season.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Why is this one not the Orioles minus 200? To me, that kind of makes more sense than the last game. The Mets just have gone absolutely nowhere after spending just an absolute ton of money to build this super team, and now has dealt away all that talent. And according to the chat, you got Showalter on free agency list here too. I mean, Baltimore's just played good ball this season. I don't think this is going to be a difficult matchup for the Orioles. I'm going to take them here today.
All right, Mindy, the reported steam has come in on the Mets, so that's good news. I think it's creating a little bit of value possibly. I'm showing some books down to as low as $1.50 now here in this one, and it didn't really even feel that comfortable early on, and I'll leave $1.65 up there, but man, I think the price is going down. Computer's saying that the sharp steam here is actually pretty valid. Peterson 2.35 ERA in his last 5 starts has actually been pretty good here, and Kramer 5.1 ERA in his last 3 starts. But the Orioles are 16-6 in his starts. He's one of the most profitable pitchers in baseball for the season. In fact, he is the most profitable pitcher if you bet on Dean Kramer every game this season. You're up 11 units. So some of those have been as a dog. Like I said, 16-6. That adds up to 10 games over. So see some dog money in there. See what the chat's up to here. We're on the Oro. I'll take them, Mindy. I don't care.
Right, let's do it.
Says here,
Peterson. I don't care what anyone says. I'm taking the Orioles.
Dean Kramer. Okay, look, 22 starts and he's up 11 units. That's easy to figure out. He's giving you half a unit a game. You put your, $100 bill down. You're walking out of there every time with, $250. But here's the other thing about that is that Peterson is down like a half a unit. So Butterscotch says it is a lock on the run line today. How about that? Fernando on the O's. Ron on the run line. Solo says money line. Fernando also over. And there are no locks, right? But man, I don't know, $1.50-ish. It feels pretty good. I went up to as high as $1.70 what I saw. So hey, that's going to help me a little because I was. I think it's a very marginal call. I love the guy that makes the money all year.
Right.
And
why not? We don't want the burners. We want the guys that make it. Right.
Well, the Mets look like they're, we already know everybody knows that they've kind of given up a little.
At the Royals, there's something wrong with you.
So Charles says it feels fishy, but I don't know. Don't worry about it sometimes. Like I said, maybe there's something to that. Maybe that money on the Mets. Look, still Major League Baseball. You got teams out there. They're still they're still got guys in that lineup playing for their baseball careers. All right. Michael Thompson, hello and welcome as always. Tucker Boy on Baltimore. What did Michael say? He said Baltimore. And I feel, okay, there it is. Run line, Tucker Boy says, let's take a minute. Let's take Baltimore. We'll take them on the money line. But, yeah, the Mets feel like they've not only traded guys, but it's just they still got – they used to fire managers back in the day. Right now, where were the managerial firings this year in Major League Baseball?
Have not occurred.
Are there any, Buck is the number one candidate, certainly, but you're still talking about probably a Hall of Fame manager, right? Probably with Buck. He's pretty close. What do you guys think? But still, we didn't see, we're not seeing the managers fall by the wayside too much this year, right? All right, Mindy, here we go with the White Sox and the Guardians. The Guardians here favored by $1.50-ish, total 8.5.
What do we got here? White Sox and Guardians. We don't have to go back to that Yankees game, perhaps.
Did I miss one?
I think so. Maybe I had Yankees up next. That's where I was keyed up anyway. But yeah, we got here Clevenger and Logan Allen here today in this one.
I'll fix that. Go ahead with this team.
Yeah, no problem. It's one of those that the Guardians, I feel like they're not playing well, right? Losers of their last, I don't know how many games. And then now I feel like they should not be, minus 162 favorites. And this one, I'm going to be on the White Sox here on the run line today. I just kind of feel like a team here that's just not scoring any runs. I mean, this has got to be the worst I've seen. 3.75 is what they've been scoring on average over their last five. It's just been terrible. I kind of feel like Clevenger, he's decent enough to get this job done here today. Only allows a 315 batting average as well versus this Guardians team. Also like the bullpen a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and be on the White Sox.
All right, Mindy says take the White Sox here in this one on the run line, you said, with Clevenger?
Yep, I'm taking them on the run line.
All right.
So they're sitting at about
pretty big. I mean, let's see here now at $1. I'm showing down to as low as $1.50 or lower at some spots. So, man, that's really been I don't know. I don't feel any value. I don't feel any perceived value on the Ramon value scale here with the White Sox. Cleveland still with plenty to play for, and the White Sox just playing out the string. So we know the motivation certainly of the teams. Clevenger been as good as he's been, no doubt about it. I'll give you plenty of credit for commenting on that, Mindy. 1.33 in his last 4 starts. Allen has been blown up really in his last 2 starts, but the Guardians are 10-5 in his 15 starts. They're looking to shake a little spell here where they've lost 5 of their last 6 games. We know the White Sox have lost 19 of their last 20.
You would have to mention that.
Well, look at you see that hook there on the total 8.5. I'm going under. Come on, we're going under every time. If it's the Guardians, you already talked about how bad the White Sox offense is. We know the Guardians have been a massive under. I'm going under. Chicago's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games. Clevenger's gone over in just 2 of his last 10 starts. Cleveland's gone under in 7 of their last 10, and Allen's gone under in 9 of 15 starts. So I'm going under in this one. Let's see what the chat's going to do with this one. All right. Here is Buck. Yeah, Buck should have been gone, but okay. Okay, Thomas. Prayers. Let's see. Gotta go family Sadicate. Okay, about a half. Okay, Thomas. Prayers to you and your family. Hope all's well. All right. Yeah, thanks, Renoir. We'll get to that. Sorry about that. Mindy, Astros coming up. Here's an under with me for Butterscotch. Tucker Boy says go under. and I kind of wanted premium. I just don't want to be on the White Sox here. Although
I ruined it for you, Ramon. Ruined
well,
it.
my numbers say this is fine if the Guardians were maybe dollar if the line's moving too far for me. I'm shifting to the Guardians because for some reason the move seems pretty significant on the
Gotcha.
White Sox today, and I get it. I mean, look at this pitching. Look at Clevenger pitching well, but it's the Guardians that are in a pennant race here, or they were before this past week.
And losing games, yeah.
Oh yeah. And Allen, he has been cash solo, but got to be concerned with those last two outings. We're at home now, though. Nathan on the White Sox, Renoir under. Thomas says lay a run line. Sox and under here. Under is the kind of the call here, Mindy. There's going to be plenty of Cleveland,
yeah,
but there are some White Sox backers as well. So under all day, says baller Jamal Jones under. Yeah. Oh, no problem, Thomas. I get it. We have a lot of people use the talk to text, and I think I don't know. Maybe I feel like we're pretty good at deciphering sometimes.
Right.
People mean, and we're not going to make fun of anybody or call them out.
Yeah, we all understand what happens with autocorrect.
Right. Apologize for that text the other night, Mindy. All right. Mindy on the White Sox here. I'll take the under. Thanks, you guys. Oh, look at that. Cleveland is 132 run line. I thought you were going to say that it was minus 132 money line now. Anyways. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, how can I forget this one? Because, huge series, obviously. And, to be fair, Mindy, you gave out the we didn't click on this game. You gave out the Astros. I gave out the over. It was 4-3, but still goes to show Yankees are still, having them. They're fighting, and they're in there, and this is a big series. So here you have Hunter Brown, you have Severino with these blow up numbers here, but Astros $1.45. Maybe $1.50, total 9.
Yeah, I mean, Houston, they normally play well in the Bronx there. Houston, I kind of feel like they've kind of gotten their power back here with Alvarez and Tucker, Bregman. I just feel like they're kind of maybe on their way to kind of starting to, maybe get out of their shells a little bit. I think this is a good matchup here for the Astros today versus the Yankees. I really liked the numbers yesterday because I kind of felt like with the Astros only giving up like minus 110, I kind of thought it was going to be their day. If it wasn't for that first inning, got the 3 runs right away, probably would have been the Astros' day. I think it's going to be more or less, we're not going to have that occur here today with the Yankees hitting against Hunter Brown and that 3.71 ERA. He has that 10.3 Ks per 9 innings as well. He's really decent. And I think these guys can get deeper innings and then have pretty exceptional bullpens. So I think one of those that basically whoever has the lead after 7 is probably going to win this one. I think I'm going to take the Astros today.
All right, Mindy, on the Astros here, $1.35 on the road. Yankees a good account of themselves to get that 4-3 victory yesterday. Because, people talk about how the Astros have dominated the Yankees in the series and the postseason. So I'm going to be on the under here in this one. I'm giving the Yankees a chance here with Sevy. Doesn't feel real great, but just feel like kind of similar to yesterday. I think the Yankees can get something done here. Astros are hot. They've won 12 of 18. Brown is what he is. I like what you're saying about his road numbers, certainly, but you're still in the Bronx here. He's got, a little bit over a 4 ERA this season and a 4 ERA in his last 3 starts. Let me see if the chat can get me on something here. I mean, I'm on the under, folks.
Right.
So I'm committed. Houston for butterscotch, despite what happened yesterday. Nathan says, "How about the In and Out?" And well, I like it, but did I mention my more food talk here? But I actually put on my Twitter. I went to Freddy's. Did I mention to you? Maybe it's
Yes,
private.
it was live
Did I say it
yesterday.
on
We
the,
went to Freddy's yesterday.
I said it on the air.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Freddy's. I don't know. I might. I mean, I know.
Freddy's
Look, In and
steak
Out's
burgers.
legendary, but I was really excited with that Freddy's. Let me tell you. And getting
I
that
love
big.
those concrete mixers. They always used to have a Hawaiian one, so it had like strawberries and pineapple, coconut, macadamia, but then they got rid of it.
They
All
do
the
have
stuff I
some
like.
crazy. I mean, you can get like gummy worms on a. But
Yep,
all I did, I walked out of there with my. But I also had a quart of custard.
there you go.
Mhm. I choose under. I would choose
Yeah,
under, right?
that's what you put. That's what you had.
Astros all day. Is that what Big Baller's saying here? I wasn't back to back. Blah, blah, blah. Astros. It looks like a lot of Astros here. Big Baller says getting lit up. And it's gonna, it's a big. Everybody watch, you watch it last night. It's an atmosphere right now in this series. So look, I mean, you'd think you could do kind of like what I was saying about some of these pitchers, right? You'd think you could do better than Severino, but sometimes, Severino, if that's what you got, he might turn in one here. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. Yankees run line. Oh gosh, look at this. Over alert says Big Baller, and I'm on the under here. I'm definitely on the under. I think I learned my lesson yesterday. It's what it feels like. Okay, Houston is definitely the consensus chat. So if this one comes through, you guys, I mean, no doubt, and it's not a terrible price. Maybe maybe 10 cents too high for me to consider. All right.
All right.
More excitement here with the Blue Jays and the Red Sox with these games, man. All right. Important. James Paxton here, a dollar. Let me see. Yeah, $1.55. But this total looks like it's going up. The steam came in on the over. I'm starting to see 10.5s out there. I'm gonna update it. I don't know what you want to do before you get rolling here because I still see some 10 overs, but I think I'm actually seeing some 10.5 flats here too, like at uh, some of these Vegas books. DraftKings 10.5 juice to the under. So what do you have here, Mindy? Blue Jays and Red Sox.
Well, I kind of feel it's going to be which Alex Manoah are we going to get today here on the mound? Is it going to be the one that, is more like the 5.87 or the one like his splits on the road, a 3.92? He had that last good outing there versus the Angels, which totally shocked me. So I think we're going back to the Manoah of old. I think it's going to be like what he did basically the last time there versus the Sox in May. He gave up just an absolute ton of runs in that one. I think it was 5 runs when he last hit Fenway, and that was in like 3 innings. I'm going with the Red Sox here again today. I'm going to take them here on the run line. I get a little bit of plus money here. I think the Red Sox just light up this Blue Jays team here today. Plus, you got the Blue Jays a little bit, limping in on this one offensively. And I love what Paxton's been doing. 2.25 ERA there at home.
You almost had. I thought you fooled me there for a second, Mindy. I thought you were suggesting. I thought you were going to talk about Manoah maybe have because he's been very very good in his career against Boston. There's no doubt about it. But the problem here is that the Blue Jays, they just are not very good against left-handed starters for sure. They're very poor over the last couple of years against left-handed starters. It just it's starting to stand out like a sore thumb, and they might have trouble scoring runs. I don't know where this where the this total is coming from
Agree.
necessarily. Yeah, necessarily. I want to take a look right now, real quick. I don't know if we're getting a lineup yet, but the Braves are totally on the move right now. They are getting whacked by gamblers at this point. The steam is on. If you want the Max Fried, get to your book right away, Mindy. This dollar sixty is up to a
Split
dollar
up.
80. They're lighting up the board right now with Atlanta. Maybe I was going to sneak a peek at see if there's a injury or something, but no, just steam coming in on Max Fried in that game. Okay, back to this one. I surprised that you want to lay the run line, but I'll do it with you. I mean, I want the Red Sox, so um, the line doesn't look fair to me necessarily, but it just stands out to me. The Blue Jays terrible against left-handed starters. Paxton has been struggling of late, but he is much better at home. Manoah, you're right. Jekyll and Hyde, uh, peanut butter and jelly, maybe. I don't know. Well, I'll go run line if you want to go run line. I don't mind. I mean, Paxton's got his ERA is 2.5 runs lower. I mean, you get a guy like James Paxton. Look, these are the spots you got a pitcher like this for. The Red Sox need to snap this string. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games, as has Toronto. We saw what happened in their series with the Orioles. Mindy, we mentioned that. So let's see what the chat has to say here with the Red Sox and the Blue Jays in this one. Okay, here is. Where am I at? Okay, Red Sox going over maybe.
Las Vegas. Las Vegas. You're in Las Vegas.
I am.
Yeah. You said, where are you at? I know where you're at.
Red Sox for Jimmy. I see that BSR. I think of Latifa. Their abbreviations. I think Big Baller suggesting an over, but Jared says under. That's the way I feel. I do think under. I look. Blue Jays against left-handers, and maybe Manoah can be better. Fernando under. What does this say from Baller? Red Sox. VJJ. Oh, I can't say that. Red Sox under. Okay. What is that? 6 or 9 runs. Jacoby says here.
He thinks it's going to go under. I tend to lean under in this one as well.
Mm-hmm. And, Jared talked about that big move in that game. He's liking it because he was on the Cubs. Bionics Red Sox for sure. And Ron Hahn on the Red Sox. All right, under for Emmanuel Mbatu here today. All right, Mindy. Let's take the Red Sox. I guess we'll take them on the run line. Nathan says team total under for Toronto. All right. I just want to mention those totals, and yeah, look at that thing shooting up here to 10.5 or so. Like I said, there is still some 10 overs, but to me, you got to remember that the Toronto's gone under in 20 of their last 26 games right now. So a little bit of a stall spot here. They're still 10 games over. They're ahead of Boston. We know that. Marlins and Rangers. What a great baseball season. All these games seem important, it seems like. Here's the Rangers here, $1.40, maybe down to $1.35 now, 8.5.
Well, I like Luzardo today. I'm going to go ahead and take the Marlins. I know they've been struggling after the All-Star break here, but I think they get things going today. I like where they're at, with the bats versus Jordan Montgomery. And I think It's mostly because Montgomery gives up a 407 slugging percentage. Luzardo only a 209 slugging percentage versus this Rangers team. So they don't hit Luzardo very hard. So I think this is a good spot here for the Marlins to sneak into a spot here today.
All right, Mindy will take the Marlins on the road against the Rangers with that plus money. No doubt about it. Look, people kind of question maybe the Rangers going after a Jordan Montgomery as he makes his debut here for the Rangers, but I'm not saddened by it. Right? Maybe this is one of the guys that I was kind of talking. Well, maybe he's not as bad as some of those pitchers I was mentioning that some of these contenders could take a chance on instead of you're in bullpen games or something like that. But Montgomery, a 3.42 ERA this season. Luzardo's been great. We know that. Wins you a quarter of a unit every time out there. And Montgomery was terrible as far as winning games with the Cards. They were just 7-14 with Montgomery. But forget about that. That was the Cardinals. They're having one of their worst seasons in years. So. But for Luzardo, who 4.7 ERA in his last 3 starts, but Miami 5-1 record in his last 6 starts, although Miami has lost 4 of their last 6. So I'll go under here in this one with these two left-handers. Give me the under 8.5 runs. I would have probably gone premium here with that total. Not going to back you with Luzardo here, especially if it's going down now to $1.35. I think maybe it's a little bit of value on my value meter on Texas. Not many comments here on this game. What's up, Chad? Fernando on the under, I think. Big Baller says. Marlon with you. Nathan has first 5 under and under in the game. Renoir, though, going over. He's got that sad, crooked face like he's hearing me say under, and he's working. I don't know. I'm not going to sway anybody there, but Montgomery has gone over in just one of his last 6 starts, and that was with the Cardinals, mind you. Marlins have gone under in 4 of their last 6. Rangers have gone under in 5 of their last 6. Miami for Jared. Ron Hahn says Rangers. And Jamal on Texas. Okay. Mindy on Miami. Emmanuel on Texas. And Butterscotch under first 5. And I'm on the under for the full game. Let's keep it rolling here because we got 4 WNBAs we got to get to.
That's right.
With the Pirates and the Brewers. So, Mindy, it's just been an absolute one-sided series when these two are together. I want to say it's over the last 5 years, the current, and I'm roughly putting this number. I researched it yesterday.
Put it out there, yeah.
Yeah, I researched it yesterday, and now I forgot. But I was chatting in the chat room on the on the morning show across the street that follows us, and did some quick research on that when they were talking about it, and it's something like the Brewers have won maybe 28 of the last 35, maybe something like that, 30 of the last 40, something around there. It's just been a completely one-sided series when these two division rivals meet in Milwaukee, and now you're throwing out this rookie pitcher who has had a lot of run support, but has basically a 9 ERA.
Oh my goodness, a 9 ERA. Well, I definitely like the Brewers. Can I just, I just say that? I'm gonna go ahead and go, back with the Brewers here again today. You have Colin Ray, 5.01 ERA compared to Priester. He has that 6.75 ERA. But again, it is only, like you said, small sample size. 5 innings pitched, but it looks like he has trouble with command. Puts a lot of guys on via the walk, so going Brewers here.
All right, Mindy on the Brewers money line, huh, Mindy?
Yeah, I'll take them on the money line.
Okay, let's do it. I'll take them with you. I like the way this series. I like matchups and whatnot. Sometimes they're a little bit overblown, but just seems like they have their number, and I think I don't mind this price if it's going to be. I think it's going to be $1.65. Want to mention one game. Here's another game on the move, folks. If you're betting early with us, that's why we come on early here. Try to clue you in on some of these. Now, it's actually good news for Mindy. Cleveland is getting absolutely steamed back up right now. So
okay.
I was talking about how I didn't like the price on the White Sox because I thought the Cleveland line was going down, but now it's going up. So you're going to get a little better price. I'm showing the Guardians now getting moved high as 165 at some spots. So just a game taking some steam here that I'm letting you know about. Cool. Anyways, let's take the Brewers. I don't mind here. It's funny, Priester mentioned those starts. You talked about his road game, which was decent, and maybe that was his only. Well, it wasn't decent. You mentioned he still had a big CRA in that one, but Pittsburgh has gone 2-1 in his 2 starts, and one of those games they were like a $2 favorite. A $2 dog. So Ray hasn't been good of late, 6.53 ERA in his last 4 starts, but the Brewers have won 5 of his last 7 starts. Pittsburgh 10 games under on the road. Milwaukee 6 games over 500 at home. Let's take Milwaukee here on the money line and see what the chat has to say on this one, because we've already decided. I don't want anybody to persuade me out of this one. Brewers minus 1.5. Fernando's going to be on his Brewers. And Nathan Brew Crew Red. What is that? 14? Is that 14 in the last 15 against Pittsburgh? Is that what he's saying? I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, I think 14 wins out of the last 15, I think.
Okay, so that's even accentuates the point that I was making there. I didn't even know it was that dramatic. I was kind of looking at it longer term even. So a good point here, Butterscotch, talking about that Brewers over that 59-51 record. Big Baller says, take the Brewers. All right, we're on them. We're on the Brewers here.
Let's do it.
Next up, Diamondbacks and the Twins here. Merrill Kelly and Bailey Ober. Ober, $1.30, 8.5.
I kind of feel like this game is just a total toss-up, coin flip. It's kind of denoted, I think, here by the odds here on this one. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the Diamondbacks here on the money line today. I will be taking Merrill Kelly. He has a 2.74 ERA. So his splits are a lot better on the road than they are with that overall ERA. Again, he, doesn't really allow the long ball, and I like that, especially versus a Twins team that is still struggling. I mean, when the Diamondbacks are scoring more runs than you, you're having issues. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Diamondbacks here today.
Yeah, it's trouble scoring runs. No doubt about it. These pitchers haven't been good. Maybe there'll be runs scored today, but their overall numbers for the season are decent. We know that. Kelly, a 3.4 ERA, but 6.19 in his last 3 starts. Arizona's been good with Merrill Kelly, 9-4 record. Usually he's favored, and here he's a dog. So interesting there. Ober, 3.19 ERA this season. We know he's been pretty solid, but he's also been hitting the wall a little bit. 6.75 ERA in his last 3 starts. I just can't do it, Mindy. Minnesota has not been playing great right now. Well, they've lost 6 of their last 8, but Arizona, Arizona still has a very good road record. I know that, but they've lost 18 of their last 25 games, and they're starting to, lose their spot big time right now. They're the team that's fate, right? If they're the Padres, here come my Padres, and there goes Arizona. So that's one of the teams they had to have to pass still. And they may be getting there soon. I'm going to take the under in this one. If you say both teams are struggling with their scoring, Arizona's gone under in 7 of their last 8 games. So They're going to go on the road here against a pitcher with a ERA just over 3. Yeah, he's been struggling a little bit, but I've got him at home here, and I will. Twins have been going over, no doubt about it. 14 of their last 20 games have gone over, but at 8.5, I'm going under here in this one because I've got this one graded closer in the 8 range. Chat, not too hot on this one, but there are some picks.
Yeah.
And it's mostly Twins, I think.
I think so too.
Fernando on the Twins, Bionic on the Twins. Fernando also takes the under. Big Baller says, how about a Nerfy in this game? Well, Kelly has allowed a first inning run in 4 of his 18 starts, while Ober has allowed a first inning run in 5 of his last 17 starts. Someone called me out on it, Mindy, so I'll just clear the record. But yes, so I said when I was talking about the Nerfies, on yesterday's show or Wednesday, but I was saying that most of the Nerfy statistics will be 33%. And someone said, no, it's like a 50%. No, I get that. The statistics I'm reciting are for the individual pitcher.
Correct.
And usually these pitchers are going to be between 25 and 50%, maybe 33. That kind of equals a 50% range by the time you add them all together. For example, Kelly.
Depending on the spot for the team is different than the spot for the pitcher.
Kelly, 4 of 18 allowing a run, and Ober 5 of 17 allowing a run. That's basically 9 of 7. That's a little over 50%. So there you have it. So I wasn't arguing with I was just saying he maybe is misinterpreting the stat that I'm giving, maybe thinking that I'm talking about the Nerfy is,
30% play,
14 for 18. That's not the case. I'm talking about the individual. Justin Phillips, hello, and he is talking Nerfy. So great.
Butterscotch Nerfy, yeah.
You guys are about the Nerfy. I mean, here's the thing: Mindy and I don't sell. We're not going to ever sell a Nerfy. I know maybe you can get repetitious for you guys, but these are the bigger limits are going to be on sides and totals, and this is what we sell with our premium picks that you get the most money down on. And believe me, if you go crushing a book for Nerfies, you're going to get limited, but that sucks, and that's just the way the books do business. So be shrewd and be crude if you're crushing those Nerfies. And spread the action around a little bit. Diamondbacks come back alive today. Twins and under here. Jared Bush does not like Merrill Kelly. I don't know. I think Merrill Kelly. I would take him in a playoff spot as a number. I guess if they did get in, they'd have he'd be a very important cog there behind Gallen, I guess, but. Still you're talking about a guy who, could be a third starter, but he gets plenty of action. Okay. Butterscotch was talking Nerfy too.
I always liked it I remember that they were talking about his nickname one time, which is the Woogie, which is a definition of a cute little dog or a little furry pet. So I always remembered him being the Woogie.
All right, Mindy on the Diamondbacks. I'm on the under here, 2 plays. There we go with the Rockies and the Cardinals. Well, it's amazing that Mindy, that Wainwright could be favored by over anybody at $1.75, and maybe it's gone down a little bit. I'm showing one book as low as $1.67, but I'm also showing as high as $1.78 currently. So in this one, with Wainwright, he's actually the better pitcher, I guess, coming in the way Flexen has gotten off to such a poor start and getting traded here to the Rockies, and his first start wasn't any good. I think it was 1 start he's been with the Rockies now, right? And Wainwright's got like a 7 ERA, and Flexen has an 8 ERA.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, isn't it? But for me, I want to go on the Cardinals. I want to go big on the Cardinals. I'm going to take them on the run line. I think this is their day to get some runs there in that nice Rockies air. Oh, no, they're not in the air. They're at home. Disregard what I said. I was thinking they were on the road. I don't think it matters, but I'll take them at home here today. I'll take the two. I almost like laying -2, but I'll go ahead and take the 1.5 here. Cardinals run line is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, boy. It's kind of scary though, a little bit. I think with
I know, because the way you introed it, you're like, oh, these guys should never be favored at -175, and I'm like, oh yeah, they are perfect today at 175.
well, I mean the Rockies are pretty bad. We know that. You know, the record is a little bit better than those other two teams, but we've been picking on them pretty much quite a bit lately. So our delay run line here, Flexen, there he was 0 the Mariners were 0-4 in Flexen starts, and he lost that. It was been one start now for the Rockies. So Wainwright has a 12 ERA in his last 4 starts.
That's it.
That's bad. But,
Yeah, that's bad.
but the steam came in on the over.
12.27. Goodness.
Oh man, wow! And let me look here though. I think I'm starting to see some tens out there. Yeah, the total's gone to 10 everywhere. At least let me update that because I'm pretty sure you're seeing 10 everywhere at this point. So I kind of lean under even with these guys, but I don't want to get laughed out of the building here. So I don't want to.
I kind of like the over with these two. It might be crazy, wild.
Okay, well, I mean, it would be so hard to pull the trigger on an over for me with the offenses the way they are. You know, the Cardinals have gone under in 14 of the last 20 games, and the Colorado's gone under in 14 of the last 20. Cardinals have gone under in 5 of their last 6. Cardinals just 2-7 with Wainwright. I just talked about how great all these games. I mean, this is like one of the worst games of the season. It feels like right now.
I don't disagree there at
Let's see what
all.
the chat has to say here. Here we see some plays coming in. Okay, Big Baller, you did a great job today. Thank you so much. You've been a great contributor since joining us regularly. Patrick Ferrer, nice to have you as well. Renoir, I think, going over here. And I don't think we did go with, or maybe he's talking to somebody in the chat. Jared said, how do we go with Twins? And maybe he was just getting the inclination because I'm probably going to go on the Twins. Maybe he read my mind, but Mindy I just want to make it clear, Mindy was on the Diamondbacks in that game in case there was any.
Yeah, make it clear.
Maybe Jared's talking to some folks in the chat that were on the Twins. But okay, here's over for Jimmy. Jamal's on the Cards. And Jared on the Cards run line. Scotch does like the over in this one. Arenado for a homer. Bionic on the Cards. Goldie homer as well. Man, that's be a Cardinal blowout. Shannon Moore on the Rockies. Yeah, that's interesting, Nathan, right? I mean, Flexen, you wonder. Okay. Oh, boy. I got to make a pick. Huh? I can't pass anymore. No pass Friday. No pass
I don't care.
We're here to give.
You're the boss.
Flex is terrible. They should stomp them, but the Cardinals are just.
It's a terrible matchup. Just say I give up. Next.
We take the Cards on the money line, so we don't have a consensus here on this one. Come on, okay. Cards money line. Mindy.
So I can't go back and say I'm just going to take Cardinals money line if I had them on the run line.
Well, the chat can interpret it however they want. Mindy, you can interpret it however you want. I don't mind. Let me just add this. So, look, Wainwright is a different pitcher. He is totally washed up, but it is hard to ignore. And, you know, there's been turnover. This Rockies team, it's not the same. the numbers go back a little too far, probably, especially with Wainwright's pitching. But Wainwright 12-1 with a 1.38 ERA in 14 career starts against the Rockies. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 12-1 with a 1.38 ERA in 14 career starts against Colorado. So, and you know what? I would, if I were Colorado, and I don't know what the breakdown. I'm gonna say half of those games are probably in Colorado just by the law of averages.
Right.
Maybe I'll go back later, but Wainwright uh, might be on his last leg. Maybe the Rockies should try to get Wainwright in the future. Maybe there's something to him pitching in the. I know this we talked about this one being in St. Louis, but maybe he pitched well in Colorado. Maybe he's a thin air pitcher. Okay, Tucker Boyle laid 2 runs with you. I'll take the Cardinals.
Mindy likes the Cardinals on the run line.
All right, we'll work it out. Maybe we'll put some money on the Cardinals. Maybe we could do a -1 or something. Okay, a couple more games. We got to go. We got the WNBA coming right up. Mindy, what happened? The Angels, they were so clutch. Just
right.
Bummer that Ohtani goes out early with those legs. He still hit the home run. I don't know what, Look, pitchers, if you got a youngster going to be a pitcher, you put him in those leg machines. Okay, you can teach all day the arm. I don't care what you do about the arm. In fact, don't screw around with the arm. Let professional coaching do that. Take him to a pitching coach, a real pitching coach, unless you're, or a pitcher or something yourself, a successful pitcher. But you put them on that leg press machine because that's what you want to have, are strong legs. And I'm just worried about Ohtani. I would question the Angels' conditioning department, right? I mean, how can this be happening right now? Overuse, maybe. I mean, he's having the 40th home run of the season, Mindy, for Ohtani, but yet the Angels found a way to blow it.
They did. And I don't think they're going to win this one here again today. Detmers has just had a lot of bad luck on the mound, 2-8 this season. I think Castillo has been pretty darn good in his last couple starts. He has that ERA under 2. He has that K rate now up over, he has 10 Ks per 9 innings. He's had only a 2.31 ERA versus this Angels team. So I'm going to take Castillo today and the Mariners again.
All right, Mindy, with Castillo, seems to be getting stronger, just needs some offense behind him a little bit. I mean, Seattle, they're in a great position right now, having won now 11 of their last 14. You saw the excitement, Mindy, when they took that lead. They are the team with the momentum right now. The Angels, what a goofy position they were in. Even with the acquiring Giolito, and Giolito goes out there, looks terrible, right?
Right.
So I think even they're probably expecting more from Detmers this year too.
Right.
Mariners are getting what they expected with Castillo. Even if they've lost, 7 of his last 11 starts now, he's still pitching pretty well. He gives up some homers a little bit, but I like the
Mariners.
I understand. I just why did the Angels choke this? This is a good spot for the Angels today. It really, really is. I'm gonna go here on the under in this one, probably against my better. The Mariners will probably take it because the Angels are just El Foldo. I think it's a fine. I think the spot is fine. Angels are 7-12 in Detmer's 19 starts, but they have gone over in just 2 of his last 11 starts. The Angels have gone under in 7 of their last 9. I'm going to go under here in this one because yesterday I only earned a push out of it, but look, it was 0-0 for what, 6 innings, I think?
Right.
With Ohtani and Wu yesterday. So got 2 decent pitchers again. I mean, you got Castillo's really decent. Detmers maybe leaves something to be desired but 4.6 ERA in his last 3 starts, 0-2 in those. Thank you, Jared, for all your plays today. Appreciate that. Okay, here's under from Renoir. Jamal on the Mariners. Michael on Seattle. Politican's here today, says Seattle. Bionic on the Mariners. And yeah, well, we just keep seeing that from Ohtani, but like I said, he's still got that 40th homer. And look, when he's out there pitching, he's great, but and you know what? Maybe they have asked, a pitcher like that, maybe they have asked him to go a little bit too long, right? Remember, pitchers pitch one day and then they're off for a week. And basically, 5 days, right? Not Ohtani.
It sounds like conditioning more, though, like you said.
It's got to be,
hand cramp.
There's got to be something to the workload of it, right? I mean, it's. But Jason, from what I understand, the fingernail it's a fingernail issue. Yeah, there's two things going on here. The fingernail is kind of also knocking him out of the game. He couldn't go to the plate the other night because of the leg cramp, but the fingernail issues that he's having are kind of knocking him from the game as well. So yeah, there's something that's happened several games in a row now. Okay, Mindy on the Mariners here. I'll take the under.
All right. We made it to the last one here. Game 14 on the slate.
Yeah. All right. It's it's do or die. This is it, right? This is the series. I mean, the Padres can't. They have to win this series this weekend. It feels like against the Dodgers. I mean, I don't want to say they need a sweep. They do need a sweep, but they don't need a sweep. But this is one of the teams. They're going to do it. I mean, this is a series to do it in. They've crawled with a game under 500 right now, and they've got Yu Darvish on the mound going up against Miller here. So I'm looking forward, but pretty skeptical.
Yeah, I like Yu Darvish. I think that's not a surprise or a secret, but he's just been not great this season. He's allowed 4 home runs in his last couple outings. We can't be doing that versus a Dodgers team. Until I see something a little bit more from you, I'm going to take a Bobby Miller here today. He's the one that's been really good here on the road. An ERA under 3, 4-0 record. And again, the Padres have only scored 12 runs total versus the Dodgers this season. I'm going to go ahead and take the Dodgers. I thought earlier I might have been getting plus money. Looks like it's about even.
Oh yeah, the price sucks. Oh no, the price sucks, Mindy. It's going to be hard for me to get on the Dodgers with you. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to wait and see maybe what the chat has to say. Dodgers with that. I just kind of threw that one out there yesterday. Kind of embarrassed about taking Oakland plus a run and a half, but they were in there for a couple of innings. Yesterday the show was getting a little long. Yesterday, probably should have had
it up a little bit.
Yeah, should have had the Dodgers to roll in that one. All right, let's see what the chat has to say. I'm willing to go. Look, because you talked about it. I mean, the Padres definitely were a bit of a bigger favorite than this. And the move has been to the Dodgers. So I was kind of thinking premium Dodgers, but now it looks like the value's kind of left the building. So Ron likes the Dodgers on the run line. Yep. Nathan, you got it. Yeah, it's definitely lots of going on with Ohtani. Renoir says Padres rested here. Yeah, they had the day off yesterday. Jimmy on the Dodgers, Jared on the under. And Michael on the Dodgers. And Bionic on the Dodgers. Everybody Dodgers. So, okay, I'll just take the Dodgers because you guys.
All right, there we go.
No, look, Darvish has a. Mindy, I mean, I know you've been kind of, because you're a Darvish fan. you're a Darvish fan, but
Yeah.
it's been hard because his number. But last 4 starts, 3.22 ERA, 3-1 record. All the Padres starters are in their best group right now. I think Darvish, Snell, Musgrove. So they're getting it together. And don't forget Miller is just a rookie out there. 4 ERA in his last 3 starts. Dodgers 7-4 in his 11 starts. So, all right, let's do it and take it here. That total looks a little high, and Mindy mentioned the Padres not scoring a lot of runs against the Dodgers. Dodgers have gone over in 11 of their last 15 and over in 7 of Miller's last 8 starts. So the Padres have gone over in just 3 of their last 14. So, and the 8.5 just looked high. So, but Jamal likes it over. Scotch likes the Dodgers. Politican likes the Dodgers. Thanks, Jimmy. This is the concept.
Every day.
We didn't start out like this. We just went on the air and started making picks, and then people were making picks with us, and we're like, well, I think there's something. Look, our picks. We want you to listen to us. We want to be big handicapping stars in this YouTube paid, because these handicappers are a dime a dozen, but there's only like about a dozen of these type of sites like Tony'sPicks.com where the plays are documented. And I know we've gotten into a little bit of discussion about how the documentation works, but tell you what, we're accountable to each other. So you can't put one over when you got, 2 guys running the site. You got all these other handicappers. You're going to know if someone's getting over on somebody.
Right.
Yeah, right, Jamal? Probably could have used more days off. Otani doesn't seem to like to take days off. Okay, let's go to the WNBA. We got to get this
Here we come.
Got to get this show over with. We got some good plays there. Thanks, Chad. Good job on the baseball. And let's see here if I can call up the WNBA odds, because we always see quite good movement here, or significant movement once we hit the airwaves. Showing Connecticut right now an 8-point favorite, and the total 160.5 here as they take on the Fever in this one. Mindy Sun playing great.
Yes.
And Fever's been a decent cover this year. We know that, but Suns have been the covering, and they've been covering as a favorite. So at 8 right now, this one has moved higher. I saw it open as low as 6.5.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to probably be another Alyssa Thomas day, right? I mean, she's coming off talked about that 21, 20, 15 triple-double that she had just a little bit like right after halftime here. Fever, they've been kind of struggling on both sides of the ball. I feel like they were covering a lot more earlier in the season. So I definitely look for the Sun to take advantage of this game here and roll. I'll take the Sun.
Okay, well, I hope it's good because feels like for me, Mindy, that maybe the spread's gotten just a little bit too high, but I don't like Indiana in this spot against a team like Connecticut. I just don't think the matchup is right. So maybe there's been a little something to that money coming in. Maybe it's the fact that the Fever have a very poor record, and the Sun are clicking right now as one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, certainly with the Liberty. But I would just think that I think Tiffany Hayes can probably be the impact player here for the Sun. I have to like her matchup. The Fever, I will say that we talk about these unders, right, Mindy? And I don't want to give away. I'm not talking. I'm not even sure about my totals here yet on premium land, but the Fever
are underish to me. I don't know.
Yeah, well, look, the Sun already have some. Allen is a great defensive player, and she's not known for her offense necessarily. And Heidemann can really guard, but the Fever also have good defensive talent. Their problem is outside of Boston, they don't. I don't feel like they get much scoring. I don't think they, the guards can do it with Wheeler and Mitchell today, and maybe they can keep them in there. I'm going to take Connecticut with you.
All right.
Here in this one, but nah, Wheeler can't do it against Heidemann. Now that I think about it, I'm gonna be looking heavily into this one. Probably gonna see this one might end up on the card. I've been screaming about these unders right now. And again, look what
They're
happened.
hitting, that's for sure,
Game was
Ramon.
kind of on pace yesterday again, and while it did come very close, and in fact, some people actually end up, I think, losing on the total of, it was 164. I think we were on the air yesterday.
What ended at 162?
Yeah, and I want to say that it may have closed or dipped down under 162 at one point. So some of you might have actually had a loss. Apologize for that if they did. But
see what it said.
Okay, well, you look at the line movement.
Yeah, it says 163.5 is what it went off at game time.
Okay, great. All right, so we'll take the Sun here. Let's see if the chat going to be bad. These WNBA road favorites aren't exactly easy, but look at yesterday, for example. Mindy spilled it out right there for me and said the Mercury were the spot. And although I did default to the under and give us two winners, we're on the home dog yesterday. But we'll take the favorite here. Indiana still. Teams have opposite records. Suns 19-7, Fevers 7-19. Sue's on the Sun. Tim Humphrey, hello. Good to have you coming over from the network. I think we've had Tim here before. We don't see you too often, though. Nice to have you. What is Nathan saying about this? I'm heating up. I even doubled up on the Mercury last night.
Nice.
Sun team total over.
Got to make up for that. It sounds like he was not doing so well at poker yesterday.
Jamal on the Sun. Anybody want to play poker here with me? Do you want me to set up a poker tournament? Anybody want to play a little poker one day and have a little free roll here? Maybe I'll set something up. Let me know in the Discord. We'd need at least a full table to play a little tournament, but you can take on Ramon.
There you go, Mr. Pro himself, TV man.
Then I played on
TV. Poker. There you go.
Yeah, and
I know you took home a nice pot.
15-year dealer.
The ringer.
Well, I almost went back. I was going to go back to dealing, and that was basically. Other than being a bit of a reporter, did a lot of sports reporting. Certainly is one of my main jobs, but 15-year poker dealer, and Jimmy's
what the buy-in is, what the stakes are.
Oh, it'd be like a free roll, Don. We just do it on one of those free sites. So I know that's kind of hard to, but when you know everybody, you can kind of play a little bit more real instead of just shoving all in every time. Renoir, no problem. I'll give you a little primer. All right, Mindy, let's go with our next game. We're on the Sun here, and Sparks and Mystics in this one. Mystics still without some of their talented players, but the Sparks are struggling here. So the Mystics are still favored. They're up to 3.5, it looks like, 157.5.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about it, right? Neither team is playing that well. Both teams are dealing with the injuries. But the Sparks, they've been pushing teams to the limit here as of late. They may not get these wins, but they've been in them. And I just feel like I've kind of tried to bend more. I think I've been more on the Mystics here as of late, but I'm not doing that today. I'm going Sparks here in this one. They're 11-5 in their last 16 meetings. They're in Washington against the spread. I love the spread busters, Ramon. I'm going to take the Sparks.
Mindy on the Sparks here in this one. +3.
That was a big sigh, Ramon.
Well, Mystics still trying to hang on. Just Sparks on the road. It looks like the line now just 3.5. So I won't go against you, but not trusting the Sparks here right now at this point. I think the Sharps are going to be a little bit mixed here in this one. I'm gonna end up on the under here. I may end up on the under in every game. I don't know the way these are going. But look, this is the lowest total of the day here, and I don't know. It's already gone down a point. I don't know if I'm going to be. Wouldn't go premium necessarily here, especially. I mean, with Cloud having to pick up the score, she might do all the scoring. They might just not get enough. But
well, it's kind of weird because you see like NECA and Canada out there. They're just they're like just on fire. I don't know where this like literal spark came from with these two folks. They're playing with passion right now.
Yeah. Jordan, she can't guard, but I don't care. I mean, she's gonna have she'll have a strong game here, as I'm sure. Watch for Stevens as well, because I believe the other. I think let me see. I want to think of the other. We know that one of the Samuelson sisters has been out, I think, on a maternity leave this season, but
oh yeah, that's right.
The other one I think is out for this game. Let me see here. No, maybe not. Okay. That's okay here. I'm going to take the under in this one. Okay, what the chat say anything here with this WNBA matchup? Okay.
Jamal likes the Sparks. Sue likes the over. Looks like Ron likes the Mystics. I think that's where we're at.
Okay. Sparks Online.
Jamal, money maybe. Maybe money line, I think you meant. Money line.
Money line here as a dog, sure. Okay, Mindy on the Sparks. I'll take the under. Liberty and the Lynx in this one. Well, Liberty, hey, they're great, but they don't cover numbers. The Lynx, they're not very good, but they cover a lot of spreads. So that makes a home underdog kind of interesting, but still, Liberty so dominant. The Lynx are one of the most improved teams. Let's just say, this season. Let's give them credit. They're kind of back to being the Lynx a little bit. And they've always been a strong team later in the season. Liberty here, though, favored up to 11 now at some spots. And I don't have the total up there, but I will say this. It's all the way up to 169. This is one where the total has gone.
Did it literally go from 160 to 169? Oh, no. That's wrong.
Never mind. But it was, I think,
167 to 169.
Yeah, and, it might have even been a little bit lower, or maybe the send-out was. But if anything, this is a move to the over.
Yeah,
this teams that go over, quite frankly.
Yeah, that's Liberty, and I would say Storm teams are the ones I have the most trouble with, it seems. They're so kind of up and down. I mean, if you look at the Liberty's numbers, they play better on the road, and I think that's so crazy that they do, because you would think most of these folks would be better home teams. So I think this one is a little bit tough for me because I feel like they're always the better team. They're kind of always on their way to manage to find ways to, to get wins. But again, I always feel like they let teams stay in it. Now I think this has gotten too high and too out of hand. I'll take the Lynx. Like you said, the Lynx have been playing great their last 3 games. So I'm going to take the Lynx here in this one. And yeah, for me, I kind of liked him. I kind of lean on the under.
I know, I do too. And it's scary because, look, these two teams do go over a little bit more than, some of the others. We're talking about all these unders been starting to happen lately, but they're going to start to move the total higher. Maybe I get it. In the Liberty, Stewart's going to, again, probably a monster game.
Yeah.
The whole front court. I mean, the Lynx, they're going to be overmatched in the front court. But I think McBride can have a strong game for Minnesota here. Juha has a game time decision that does concern me a little bit. I'm gonna take the Lynx with you. They cover spread. Yeah. They cover spreads. The Liberty does not cover spread. The Liberty wins. There's no doubt. They're 20-6, but they just don't cover spreads, right? And here on the road against the Lynx team, I'm going to end up with the links here with you in this one. Let's see what the chat and up. I don't know if I'll go premium under. Maybe I will though if it gets a little bit too high.
Yeah.
Here,
I was surprised that it jumped as much as it did.
Lynx are 11-8 as an underdog, and the Liberty is 4-8, 11-8 as an underdog against the spread. Forgive me. And the Liberty have covered just 2 of their last 10, and they are 4-8 against the spread on the road. And Tim says exactly what we're thinking. Great comments, Tim. Appreciate you being a contributor here for the WNBA segment. We need more of that. Great to have you. Jamal, kind of maybe the opposite of us here.
Right.
And Jamal Jones, maybe that's John Quell's brother.
Right.
Cousin, uncle.
Friend.
Yeah, Jamal Jones and John Quell Jones. And
I swear when I first listened to the announcers, I swear they always say John Paul Jones. It just sounds like John Paul. And then I always think of Seinfeld with Jean Paul running the marathon that they make him late for.
Everybody remembers John Quell in that commercial with Boban, right? When John Quell Jones can't reach the top shelf of the supermarket.
So that's
Boban,
what it is. Okay.
Boban
Okay. Okay. Funny.
All right, Mindy, we'll take the links here for another WNBA play today. Sky and Wings in this one.
The best name in the morning steam chat. Deolave Garden is here today. Ramon. I love that name.
Is that a play on both
Olive
Garden and Chris Olave?
That's my guess. Yes. Yes.
Let us know. I'm a big Chris Olave fan. I watched him playing varsity very early in his career on high school. So
is he from California?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of his first games out here, I saw him play, and I knew he was something special then.
I just know he tears up the Husker. That's all that matters.
A big news this morning.
Anywhere's number 12.
What, Mindy?
Anywhere's number 12.
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of 12, so big news. A little bit of news came out here just as we were coming on the air. We know it's college football season now. There won't be any changes this year, but saw Colorado moving to the Big 12. It looks like Arizona will be that other team to leave the Pac-12. Pac-12 just dwindling now, losing teams left and right.
Wow.
And the Arizona Board of Regents, I don't know. I haven't even read the story. Don't even know what's going on. Just saw it on the little sports line here show as we were going on the air. And it looked pretty official as far as a commitment in the future to Arizona moving to the Big 12. So Pac-12's in a world of hurt with only, I guess, 8 teams left after that. And DoTV, they're in a world of hurt right now. Wow. I don't know what's going to happen here with the Pac. Before I was born, it was called the Pac-8. So
really, I didn't know that.
Before Arizona and Arizona State were added to the league, and 2 others, I think. Maybe it was the Oregon school. I don't know, but was the Pac-8 a long time ago. Remember the Big 8 too. Don't forget the Big 8. Okay, so the Wings here, they're a 10-point favorite now, and the total 164.
Oh, geez. Let's go with the Wings here. Sky have been pretty bad. Lost 6 of their last 8, including that loss to the Storm, which was kind of embarrassing. Wings, on the other hand, they're winners of 7 of 9. Their only losses, of course, coming to the good teams, the Aces and the Sun. Wings averaging now 85.8 points on 43% shooting. I like the Wings today at home.
All right, Mindy on the Wings here. Late 10 points. It's not getting out of hand here?
Oh, it might be.
Okay.
I mean, I don't like when it hits double digits for sure, Ramon, but
Yeah. Well, the Sky.
Weird things can happen with those backdoor covers,
No, let's call it like it is. I mean, the Wings are hot. They're, second best team in the West. I think it's safe to say. And, well, the Sky, I'd say it's been a disappointing season for the Sky. Underachieving for sure. These runaway favorites have been pretty good right now in the WNBA a little bit, but I don't know. It feels like it's getting a little too high. I'm not going to join you. Just give me another under. What the heck?
That's what I like it. Yeah. There, Sue. She's with you. Sky
okay.
and under.
My numbers say about 160, 161. So, that gives me enough value. That hey, 3 points to me, that's almost a premium. My numbers are solid.
It's amazing.
See what we got here in the chat. Thanks, Butterscotch. Take care. And missed a couple. Let's see here. Missed a couple of them on the last game of Leroy and R. Thompson, but thank you guys. So, and Olave as well. What is Olave's avatar there?
To me, it looks like a dog, like a doodle of some sort. It's my guess.
Oh, Leroy is Dallas, huh?
Looks
no,
it.
or is he saying, is that your hometown team, or is he just saying take the hometown team?
Yeah, I don't know if it's his hometown team.
Sky and under for Sue. That's going to do it, everybody. Tim will take the Sky.
Big on the Sky. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. 2 bills. If Tim's got 2 on it, maybe I can come on in that. But Mindy's going to take Dallas, so I'm not going to go against her. All right, everybody. Great job. Great show. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. You'll find our premium picks.
For everyone.
Today, CFL, we've got Toronto here on the road, favored by 9. And we see these favorites. It just seems like the haves and the have-nots. No pick at this time. Maybe catch me in the Discord a little later. And I've already given out those World Cup plays for the games coming up. So great job, everybody. Great job. Great show. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Our premium picks are over there. Take a look at the premium picks tab, and you can scroll down and find all the premium pick packages from our handicappers. Oh, we got a new information up here, Mindy. So at the top, they got my typo worked out.
Did they get it fixed? All right.
Here's in 3 packs we have Daniel, Joseph, and Tony T all loaded up and ready to go. $15 picks today. We've got Sam and the VIP account with those $15 plays, as well as Tony. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use that promo code TonyT at checkout, save 20%. We got to get out of here 2 hours. Everybody, thank you so much. Be with you tomorrow. It's Saturday. Get ready.
Yep, we're going to be ready. I hope you are.
Thanks, Renoir. Oh, Leroy's got our CFL coverage here. Argonaut line, first half. That's got to be about $2 or so, but maybe a little less. All right. Thanks, the plays, Mindy. Thank you. Well, only 6 in major leagues. That's fine, though. We'll take the Nationals on the run line, the Rays, money line, Orioles money line, Red Sox run line, Brewers money line, and Dodgers money line. I'm trying to see here. I don't see the Cardinals listed.
Well, it was not an official play, so I didn't put it.
Got to stick to the official plays.
Right. I mean, we have rules. We should stick by our own rules, even though we could, change the rules at any time.
Especially when we're hot. But okay. And Don, are you going? Hi, Don. Are you on vacation? Are you going on vacation, or are we going on vacation? I don't know.
Maybe we should go on vacation again.
Too late for that. It's well, unless you want to go tomorrow, because I saw a football game last night, and it's time for all the great sports. Before you know it, football, hockey, basketball, all the sports will be going. All right. For Mindy Hahne, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.